heard it all the same, but go ahead.
Have you ever heard somebody tell you, you just gotta let it go, as if you just have to, let it go, drop a pencil on the floor. And inside you're thinking, oh, easy for you to say, but how do you actually do that? I was in a yoga class last week, and a teacher was actually reflecting on that very idea of how do you let go? He never actually answered it, but I've been thinking and contemplating a great deal about it, because letting go is something we're asked as human beings to do a lot, whether it's letting go of a person, a relationship, or a home even, or a thing, or a belief, or a habit, or a behavior. And so we need to know how to let go. And lucky us as humans, our instinct is to latch on and to attach and to hold on to anything just for certainty and security, because we're built for survival. We will do anything to survive, even hang on to things that might not be so good for us. And intellectually, we may know time to let go, but emotionally, we're extremely attached. So how do you let go emotionally so that you can move to something bigger or better, or at least more effective, and something that will bring you more happiness and fulfillment in your life? First, it's really important to feel what you're going to feel, because letting go of pretty much anything is going to create some emotional reaction. And that's the piece that we usually want to resist, right? Like, I don't want to go feel anxious or sad. That doesn't sound like much fun. So we'll hang on to what we know, just because even if it's not making us super happy, we know it. And that feels better than the alternative of the unknown. But identifying what you might feel and calling it out can be really helpful, because it takes it from this ambiguous unknown of like, oh my gosh, I don't know what that's going to be like. If I break up with this person, or I leave this relationship, or I stop doing this behavior, then I don't know what's going to happen. Well, you probably do know more than you think you know. And so calling out the emotion too is super important. Well, I know I'm going to feel sad, or I know I'm going to feel anxious or angry, or whatever it might be. And so identifying that emotions can be really, really helpful. And then looking to see, well, what might you need to help support you through that? Maybe you need a coach, or a therapist, or a friend, or a group, or whatever it might be. What might you need to help support you in that time? Maybe you just need to turn off your phone and cry for a weekend. But whatever it might be, identifying that can be very, very helpful. And then moving into what do you know, because you, again, know a lot. So for example, say you want to break up, or you're in a relationship that's not really working out so great, and you know that probably going into the unknown would be better, but you're not wanting to let go of this because the other is scary. And so letting go, what do you know? Well, I know that I'm going to be alone. I know that I won't have my best friend, or best friend as you know it. I know that I may not have somebody to go out with or talk to when I have issues, or whatever the case might be. Identifying all the things that you know helps you just put it on paper, and it gets it out of your mind where you're spinning often over just a few things, and it makes it very clear. And in that clarity, takes away some of the uncertainty and the ambiguity. You also can look at, what do you know about yourself in dealing with this? Well, I know I've been alone before, and I know I can handle it. It might not be your preference, but I know how to do that. I know I have other people I can call on to ask these type of questions. Maybe they're not going to give me the kinds of answers that that other person gave me, but I know I have somebody in my life if I need help, etc., etc. And same thing with a behavior. Well, I know, right, that if I don't do this, then I will have a space, or this opening. What else might I be able to do? I know I could fill that with something more positive. And so allowing yourself to really feel the emotions, and I do believe that even if they're not comfortable, and by identifying them, it does help a little bit, again, because it gets us out of that fear factor, because at least we know what we know, right? Even if we don't know what happens next, we know a lot, and that gives us some sense of grounding. And then finally, really just looking at where have you succeeded in the past and trusting. Give yourself the evidence of when this has worked out. Okay, well, I've had other breakups in my life, whether you initiated it or you were broken up with and you survived, right? You're probably not going to die. And our minds and our nervous systems need that reassurance. We're going to be okay. And there are solutions to everything when we start to identify what it is that we potentially need. But looking at where we've succeeded in the past, what did we do? How did we get through it? And how might we use that formula now to help you in the current situation? So by the time you look at the emotions, call it out, look at what you need to help support you through feeling it, then look at what you know in all areas, what you know about the situation, what you know about yourself, and looking at your past in terms of when you've survived this before. That helps bridge the gap between where you are into the letting go process, and then create the vision of what it is that you want, so that you have some hope, some possibility, and what might you be able to do then. Now, you might not want to jump right into action, but sometimes having that vision helps also bridge the gap in that letting go process. So I hope that's helpful. And if you have something you're looking to let go of, or something that might be blocking you and you kind of know what it is, or you want to explore what it is, I have got a solution for you. I'm going to be doing a Wall of Life, Climb the Wall of Life adventure and workshop. And it's all about letting go or moving past the obstacles and then physically climbing a wall. We're going to do a wall climb. So we're going to embody that courage, that new perspective, that new vision, and create new heights in our life. So if that sounds interesting, check it out below. But otherwise, know that you are safe. You can survive. You will make it. And you have so much within you that letting go of things that aren't working is opening up the door to such greater possibilities. So go for that and shine.